Xavier, good morning. We have heard from Republicans for a while now, and at least the honest ones at the convention last week were telling me that they want to run against Joe Biden. Now, that is no longer the possibility. J.D. Vance has a rally today. Donald Trump goes back on the trail later this week. How does their strategy now change against, I guess you could call it a moving target?
Leland, good morning. Yeah, we're here at Mar-a-Lago. They actually turned the lights up, but the sun's coming up, thankfully. But whenever you spoke to Republican strategists, they would say it's not if, almost. It's when, and that's why immediately when this big major news broke just yesterday, you already immediately started to see some of that reaction, right, coming from former President Donald Trump and then from some of the top GOP members. It was almost like they already had what they were going to say drafted out. But let's start with the former president. He's here reportedly at Mar-a-Lago, and here's what he's posting on Truth Social, and we're going to read part of what he posted. And he was active on social media yesterday, saying in part, President Joe Biden, was not fit to serve from the very beginning, but the people around him lied to America about his complete and total mental, physical, and cognitive demise. Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, following suit, including Vice President Kamala Harris in this, saying, Joe Biden has been the worst president in my lifetime. Kamala Harris has been right there with him every step of the way over the last 4 years. She co-signed Biden's open border and green scam policies that drove up the cost of housing and groceries, right? Okay, what about House Speaker Mike Johnson taking his reaction one step further, writing, quote, if Joe Biden is not fit to run for president, he is not fit to serve as president. He must resign the office immediately. November 5th cannot arrive soon enough. Several Republicans, questioning whether or not Biden can stay in office right now. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis sharing that same sentiment, saying Kamala Harris was complicit in a massive cover-up. Saying, quote, Democrats are just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, getting creative there. Here's senior advisor Jason Miller speaking to NewsNation's Blake Berman.
But think for a moment, if you're Putin, if you're Xi, if you're the Ayatollah, if you're any of the bad actors around the globe, what are you looking at the U.S. right now and thinking when you say Joe Biden isn't even able to run again for re-election, but he's still in charge of the White House? I wouldn't put him behind the wheel of a car right now.
So you're going to start to hear that more and more as we get further out. Hey, less than 24 hours after that major earth-shattering news coming out of the White House from President Joe Biden, there was already an attack against Kamala Harris on the airwaves. I'm sure you've seen it, Leland. And we're still more than 100 days out, obviously, from Election Day, November 5th.
Yeah, we're also starting to see the opposition research on Kamala Harris start dropping some of her debate performances from 2020, be it about the border, abortion, some other issues coming up. Xavier Walton, let us know what we hear on Truth Social as the president wakes up, the former president, that is, wakes up at Mar-a-Lago.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.